Therapy. Dry tears do not flow easily. They harden into stone. Trauma petrified. And climbing walls and ledges never was my plan. I start to feel the jagged edges. Falling pebbles call my attention. I get the hint. I'm ready now to launch an expedition. I am not a social drinker. I am not a social drinker, and I should not drink at all, for surely if I take a drink, I'll surely take a fall. Last call is for the prudent man who paces out his beer, but when it bellows loud and free, the undertaker comes for me and takes me out of here. Sense of life. Don't lose your sense of humor. Just keep laughing right out loud, and never let a pessimist knit you a mournful shroud. Never let a nihilist destroy your sense of life. Reality is your best friend, so let it keep you till the end. I was really motivated by the subject. I was probably hearing some news item about women who serve in the armed forces. This is entitled Women in the Armed Forces. You women soldiers, sailors, and flyers don't get the proper credit you deserve. Your hands get dirty. You even break a proverbial nail if you still have one left from the work you do. Your face gets dirty. Your hair becomes windswept and unkempt. Your boots get wet inside from a mission you've been on. Your outfit might be too baggy or just plain uncomfortable. Others can think what they want about how you should look. I know how you do look, like heroes. You're a soldier, sailor, or flyer, proud, tough, and brave, who welcomes the grit of defending our country. Without you, we couldn't win the battles or be as proud. You make America stronger. You're the lady of the harbor gone to battle, holding the lamp of freedom alongside the men. If we're not proud of you, it's not because of you. It's because we lack the appreciation you deserve and the respect we should give you. Thank you for defending our country with your lives and your sacred honor. And my final poem, Passing Through a Boy's Meditation. I'll know that time well when that time comes to me. I'll have seen it inside and be glad that it be. It's not a finale or closing the lid. There's no end in sight when you're still just a kid. It's just a transition, so I'll tip my hat to changes of venue and leave it at that. And let me see. I think I'll read some epigrams and aphorisms, and then I'll read my short story as my final piece that I have here. As you probably have seen on many of the emails, I tag with a quote, and I like this one. A man doesn't show strength by beating his chest. A man shows strength by beating the odds. My life has often been like a strange cocktail, on the rocks with a dash of bitters and a twist of fate. Some say God is the sound of thunder or that of an ocean's roar. I say God is the sound of sunlight on a parasol. There are two types of listeners in the world: gullible ears who will believe anything, and careful ears who will ask for a menu. A good day's labor is noble and enriching. When you stop to think about it, sweat in the armpits is really the sweet smell of success. No one is ever truly complimented enough for a job well done. However, if we know that our efforts and intentions have been honest, our integrity will always outshine the praise of others. Freedom, like life, is beautiful and dangerous. If you are not willing to embrace either, you will have neither. I am a queer man, free to walk my own path and find my soul. Please don't hinder my journey. I will cherish your wisdom and guidance, but don't prejudge my life or try to change me. If you haven't walked in my heels, don't step on my toes. It hasn't been easy keeping a steady keel on life. Sometimes I become so full of anger and vitriol that I think I could open a clogged drain by just spitting in it. The use of one's power requires responsibility and patience to be effective. In other words, use it like a wise person, not like an angry child. Embrace your age, for it is the reprieve that youth was too busy to give. As such, it should be approached with open arms, not a clenched fist. And those are some aphorisms and epigrams. They're kind of mixed up. The definition of an epigram and an aphorism are very close. So, all right, I have my final work presenting for this afternoon. This is one of my favorites that I wrote. I like this. This one was dedicated to a woman I used to work with, dedicated in February of this year to Gretchen Chilton Mills. She died suddenly of a heart attack earlier this year. Short people like me. I'm short, 5'1", and I rock. When I kneel, in prayer of course, I don't have far down to go. When I stretch my arms up high, I use my imagination to take me to places I've never been, like the top of my bookcase. Short people are virtuous. We don't have far to reach to yank someone out of the gutter and give them words of advice like, "Get a job, buddy." Short people are truthful. They aren't afraid to look others straight in the navel and tell them, "You're getting fat, my dear." Short people are talented. Short people, shorter than me, were employed as actors in the movie The Wizard of Oz. From Munchkins to Flying Monkeys to the late Mickey Rooney, short people have been at the forefront of Hollywood entertainment. Short people are inspirational. Short people have filled the ranks of various religions, from tent preachers and child evangelists to enlightened gurus. Short people have lifted the spirits of nations, giving the world much-needed wisdom and hope-filled revelations. Short people love to impart the immortal gift of song, which is why we are placed up front in choruses, so that we don't become hidden behind walls of monstrously big, tall people. Our talent is out there for all to see, bass, tenor, or any other voice. Short people excel in vocalizing the world's great classics. Short people believe in justice. They know that sweet revenge is always a beautiful option against our enemies. Don't mess with us or we'll leave nasty tooth marks on your pant leg and inner thigh. Marks that say, I'd better respect those of shorter stature than me, or else. Remember, the next time you meet a short person, such as myself, be gentle. Don't pick us up like a piece of cheap china kitsch from a secondhand store. Don't hug me until I collapse into rags. Just stand there, shake my hand gently, or salute, and say, "Thank you, short person, for all that you have given the world." And with all humility, I will reply, "You're welcome." Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you all, and thank you for being here today. I feel very good.